its website, those sightings came from Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Kansas, and even as far away as Mississippi.
And what's interesting about this, Matt, that thing could be the size of a pea.
Yes, isn't that nuts? It produces that much light that we can all see, and it's not very big. If it was any bigger, it would have continued its path down towards Earth. But by the time you see the light kind of going out, that's when it's pretty much disintegrated. But where you saw that final burst or two, right over Wagner County, which is just south and east of Tulsa County, where Tulsa is. So 20 miles probably southeast of Broken Arrow would be the best kind of guess where that final trajectory of the meteor was. Now, we've had some clear skies the past couple of nights, so we could see things like that. That's not going to be the case, though, this weekend, and it's not going to be the case by the middle of next week because we have a lot of storm systems to talk about. Let's first talk about this evening. We've got mostly clear skies tonight across both Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Now, after midnight, clouds are going to start to return, and it's going to be kind of a dreary weekend for us. Lots of clouds in the forecast, maybe a spotty shower, nothing too heavy. But as we go from Saturday night and into Sunday morning, as temperatures crash towards those mid-30s, there could be a few snowflakes that mix in with a few of the raindrops. Everything looks very light. Shouldn't be a big storm system for us. Many of us may not even see that many sprinkles area-wide. Here's a closer look at your Saturday forecast. We'll start off dry, and then later by about lunchtime, that's when you could probably expect maybe a stray shower and just an on and off shower. It's not going to rain all day. Later into the afternoon, highs in the 40s, highs in the upper 40s across the River Valley too, with an isolated shower throughout the evening hours and maybe one overnight too. Here's a look at futurecast and show you those clouds as they start to come in after midnight, and then you see those spotty showers right around lunchtime or so, on and off throughout the afternoon. Everything's very light though, but we'll have to watch some bands of precipitation that come in late Saturday night and early into Sunday morning. It's so light, but there could be a few flurries just flying around parts of Carroll, Madison, Washington, and Benton counties. It's going to be a little bit harder for us towards the south. Maybe if you live closer to Mount Magazine or Blue Mountain or Sugarloaf or Kavanaugh Hill, you could get a stray snowflake, but that would just be Sunday morning, and then that system gets out. A much bigger system hits by the middle of this coming week. This is when we really need to talk about rain really changing over to snow, and the latest information tonight is that this track is probably trending a little bit farther south. What does that mean? The coldest air will also travel a little bit farther south. That increases your rainfall totals. So a farther south storm, more snow. Way to think about it. Low pressure will come out of Dallas, start to swing off towards the left-hand side from the storm's perspective, wrapping north and east, but as it does so, we're expecting rain to change over to snow pretty quickly across Northwest Arkansas. It's going to be a little bit slower for portions of the River Valley. I want to show you what I'm talking about. By about Tuesday at lunchtime, kids are trying to get some recess in, may not be able to because rain starts to move in, maybe kind of a wet wintry mix too, but later in the afternoon as temperatures try to cool off a little bit, it's pure snow likely for Northwest Arkansas. Very tricky in the River Valley. If you're close to the Arkansas River, within 30 miles, it's going to be some rain for a while. You get away from the river, probably some snow. Now, overnight, Tuesday night and into early Wednesday morning, many of us start to make that transition over to snow. Sometimes some mix at times close to the River Valley, and then this whole thing gets out of here. What do we think? Well, I think everyone's probably going to get at least some accumulation, but the farther north and farther west you go, we could be talking about a handful of inches here. This is something to very closely watch next week. That's why we have weather alerts for both Tuesday and Wednesday. Temperatures should be just above freezing for many of the days, but what that means is that the snow is going to be very wet. If you want to make a snowman or a snowball,
that's fight right there, yeah.
But sledding too, right?
Sledding, yeah.
But of course, the track is probably going to change the next couple of days. Yeah. That's our best guess for now.
So you're saying don't get your hopes up?
Don't get hopes up, but we'll just have to see. We'll give you more updates throughout the weekend. Sure. I'd say by about Sunday night.
Okay.
We'll have
a good idea.
Good.
All right, Matt, thanks. Yale University Museum is adding insect specimens to its